So, do you want me to go ahead and get started? Okay. I thank you so much for coming, and we're grateful to have you here at this time of season, and grateful for this opportunity to share with you some of these stories. I want to introduce the order of who we will have speaking, and then I want to invite them to come up and stand here today. Ed Smart will introduce our program today and what we want to talk about in this news conference today. And then we will have Rosenberg Salgado give us some details about his niece who went missing on April 16th, 2015. And then we'll have Donna Bates talk about her nephew who went missing on September 1st, 2015. And then we'll have Kevin Harris talk to us about his wife who went missing on October 24th, 2015. And then Elizabeth Smart will address us for a few minutes. And then we'll take questions. I also want to introduce you to two members of the Attorney General's office who will be available for questions, Alan White and Nate Mutter. I also want to let you know that Alan White, who will be up here and available for questions, is also the assistant coordinator for something called CART, which stands for Child Abduction Response Team. So they will be able to add a lot of value to the questions you have. So if I can invite those members of the news conference and the order in which they will speak to come up. Thank you.
Please come. At this time of Thanksgiving, we have all felt very grateful for the many blessings that we enjoy, certainly in our family, to have Elizabeth here and to be able to feel that joy of having her home. In coming here, there are three families that have joined us that are missing members of their family and have been for quite some time for some, and others a little less. We felt it would be really appropriate to ask the public to join us in support of these families by means of prayer, by also keeping your eyes open as you're out there. We certainly believe that there are those out there that know something about one of these cases, and so far really nothing has come to the surface to help us find them, and we truly believe that somebody out there knows something, and we hope that with everyone's help we can bring some joy and happiness to these families. So at this time I want to turn the time over to Elizabeth's uncle.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody, for being here. I'm very grateful for this opportunity that Ed Smart put this press release for us to be able to help out to find my niece. My name is Rosenberg Salgado. I'm the uncle of Elizabeth Elena Laguna Salgado. My niece, Elizabeth, went missing on the 16th of April. She was a return missionary from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Before she went to her mission, she finished her degree as an industrial engineer. She was a very responsible person, very spiritual person, and wanted to come to Utah because she wanted to be around people with the same religious beliefs. She came to Utah also because she wanted to learn English and be able to progress in her life and be able to open more opportunities for herself. 3 weeks later, after she arrived, she went missing. And after that, now it has been almost over 7 months that my niece, Elizabeth Elena, has been missing. And it has been the worst 7 months of our lives. My father died because of the stress that we haven't been able to find my niece. My mother is not doing good. My sister and the father of Elizabeth are having high blood pressure problems now. In the feelings that we are having, it is impossible to describe what we're feeling as a family. You have to go through the same thing in order for you to understand what we feel as a family. There's a lot of moments of desperation, anxiety, and we want to be able to find Elizabeth. It is a terrible experience what we're going through right now. So we are asking the whole community to please help us find my niece. If you know something or you know someone that knows something, I encourage you to please come forward and tell the Provo Police Department what you know. If this was your niece, you will want the whole world to help you out. You will want everyone to talk and tell the police department what you know. My niece went missing during the day, so I'm sure that someone knows something and someone saw something. Even if it is insignificant, it can be significant to our family. Please help us out to find my niece and tell Provo Police Department what you know. The Provo Police Department has been working really hard on this case, and the FBI, and we have been getting a lot of support from the authorities, and we are grateful for that. And we want to encourage all those people that they know something, don't hesitate to come forward and tell the Provo Police Department. Also, this goes to the Hispanic community. A lot of Hispanic people, they are afraid to talk to the police department because they are afraid that they of their legal status. I'm telling you that the police department, they are not worried about your legal status. They are worried about finding Elizabeth. They don't care about your legal status. So please help us out. Whatever you know, just say it. Say it, because our family is going through a very hard time. We can't handle to be living this life like this, not knowing where my niece is, not knowing what happened to my niece. Every day we wake up with the attitude that we're gonna be able to find my niece. And at the end of the night, the only thing that we know is that she's still missing. So I'm begging you, whoever knows something, please come forward and tell us what you know. You will save our lives, and you will save my niece's lives. And whoever has Elizabeth Elena, I'm begging you to let my niece go. Have compassion on this girl. Let her go. If you were in her situation, you wouldn't want your niece, your mother, your daughter, or whoever you have to be in this situation. And Elizabeth, if you're watching this, please know that we love you. And even if the whole world stops looking for you, I promise you that we will never stop looking for you until we find you. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Donna Days. I'm here representing Darren and Tracy Smith, who are very dear to me. On September 1st, Mason Smith left for school about 7:30 a.m. He had a conflict with his dad for a few hours earlier because he had been on his computer at 1:30 in the morning on a school night. At that time, he gave his phone and his laptop to his dad. The bus stop is only a half a block away from their home, but it turns out he didn't get on the bus, and the school called later to report his absence. Later, we found that he had left everything at home in his room: his notebook, his wallet, his ID, his money. Mason is the youngest of 6 children, and he was the only child living at home at the time. He's 6'4". He's 200 pounds. He's kind of hard to hide. He's 17 years old, and his family, we all adore him so much. We went through his room that first day, trying to look for any sign of something that could tell us where he may have gone. But it wasn't until several days later that we found a letter he'd written that morning, the morning he disappeared, that has made the family fear for his life. There have been organized searches in the St. George area and surrounding areas nearly every weekend since September 1st. and searches continue. Friends have plastered signs throughout Utah and in surrounding states with his picture on it. Social media has been so helpful to get the word out all across the country. Shout out to Mason's Army. We are very grateful to people who have volunteered time and resources and have sent us leads and suggestions. But to this point, we have no idea where he is, whether he is alive, if he is hungry or cold or safe. And not knowing is the very worst thing. We continue to ask everyone as they're out and about this holiday season to keep their eyes and ears open. If you see or hear anything, please report it to the local authorities. Listen, if you can hear me, you are dearly loved. Please come home. I have copies of pictures and posters electronically. If any of you would like those for news reports, I'd be happy to share that flash drive with all of you. Again, we just beg for help. Please, please help us find Mason. Thank you.
My name is Kevin Howard Harris. I'm the husband of Nicole Coletti Harris. I've never had to do anything like this, and I certainly wouldn't wish it on anybody. My wife went missing on the night of Saturday night, the 24th of October, in Northeast Provo. We have not seen her since. Most of the leads that we have gotten haven't panned out at all. Like these other folks have kindly told you, if anybody has seen anything or even slightly, even the smallest of something insignificant that's just a car coming by your home one night or something could actually mean a lot to somebody else. So my wife was my best friend, and I think we spent maybe 2-3 days apart at most, and almost been married 13 years. And I wouldn't wish this last month on anybody in the whole world. And Nikki, if you're out there, I love you so much. And your children love you. Your family loves you. You're not in trouble. Please come home. Thanks.
We are in a season of prayer and thanksgiving, and I would just ask that everyone continue to pray for Elizabeth and Mason and Nicole. And to Elizabeth, Mason, and Nicole, I would just say to never give up hope, to never stop doing anything you have to do in order to survive, because there is life after, well, there's life after this. And just never give up. Just being in the same room with your families, I can just tell how much each one of you are loved and how much each one of you mean to your families. So please keep surviving. Please keep doing whatever it is you have to do. And once again, to echo everything everyone else has said, no detail is too insignificant. Nothing is too minor. Whatever anyone has seen, or even if you're not sure if it was them, if it's just a thought, just call the police, just report it to your local authorities, because you never know what will make a difference, what will help bring Elizabeth, Mason, and Nicole home. And so keep these families and these individuals in your prayers and in your thoughts over this Thanksgiving holiday. Thank you to everyone who has done so much already, and God bless all of you.
I just wanted to say some words
Certainly.
in Spanish. I'm no good in translating it, so.
Buenas tardes a esta rueda de prensa. Estoy agradecida con todos los medios por la transmisión que se está haciendo para difundir la búsqueda de mi hija Elizabeth Elena. Y Ella tiene más de 7 meses de desaparecida, desapareció el 16 de abril. Estos 7 meses han sido de pura angustia, desesperación y sufrimiento. Aún recuerdo cuando Elizabeth Elena se vino a este país con muchas ilusiones, con muchos planes y muchos proyectos de estudiar inglés. En la escuela no me engloba el Language Center. Y desde esa vez que ella salió de ahí de la escuela en pleno día a la 1:30 de la tarde, no hemos tenido ninguna pista contundente, ninguna pista concreta que sepamos de mi hija. Nos ha dolido mucho todo esto y hemos sufrido en el corazón toda esta angustia que tenemos de no saber, de que nadie haya visto nada, nadie sepa quién se la llevó, nadie sepa dónde está, dónde se la llevaron, qué le hicieron. Hemos sufrido mucho y les pido por favor a toda la comunidad que la tenga en sus oraciones y en sus ayunos y que por favor nos ayuden a compartir la foto de mi hija Elizabeth Elena para que pueda llegar en diferentes partes, también en otros continentes, y si acaso la llegan a ver, por favor, díganoslos. Estamos muy angustiados. Estos 7 meses, más de 7 meses, hemos hecho mucho por buscarla, la hemos buscado por cielo, mar y tierra. Hemos hecho marchas, caminatas, vigilias, hemos repartido flyers en los festivales americanos en Provo, Utah, y también fuimos a Palo Alto, California, para ir a Facebook para que la transmitieran a nivel nacional y a nivel internacional. Necesitamos su ayuda de todos los medios. Por favor, ayúdenos. Esto ha sido para nosotros algo desesperante que no tiene palabras. No podemos explicar lo que sentimos en carne propia. Les pido por favor que nos ayuden y que siempre esté en sus corazones mi hija Elizabeth Elena. Ha sido una búsqueda incansable y nosotros no nos vamos a rendir de buscarla. No me quiero ir a mi país sin mi hija Elizabeth Elena. Necesito tenerla en mis brazos y que regrese pronto a la familia. Necesitamos que este martirio ya termine. Por favor, si los que nos están oyendo que tienen a Elizabeth Elena, compadézcanse y tengan piedad. Nos han hecho sufrir demasiado. No comprendemos por qué lo hicieron. ¿Por qué se llevaron a una niña ordenada, una niña muy religiosa, una niña con mucho amor al Padre Celestial, y que ella llegó aquí con muchas ilusiones? Recuerdo el día que se vino, que me dijo: madrecita, no estés preocupada, me voy a un país donde todo está en orden, donde hay muchas reglas y no me va a pasar nada. Nosotros nunca nos imaginamos que esto fuera a suceder. Por favor, les pido de favor que se tienten el corazón y me entreguen a mi hija Elizabeth Elena. Y a ti, hijita linda de mi corazón, si me llegas a oír y si me llegas a ver, sabe, hija, que te amamos y que no nos vamos a rendir de buscarte hasta encontrarte, y que te extrañamos mucho, que ya queremos ver tu carita angelical y tu carita inocente. Por favor, hija, sé fuerte y valiente. Si me llegas a ver, estamos orando por ti y estamos haciendo hasta lo imposible. Y a los malhechores les pido que se tienten la mano en el corazón y me entreguen a mi hija, a Elizabeth Elena. Elizabeth Elena, te amamos y te extrañamos y te queremos de nuevo en nuestros brazos. A todos, por favor, les pido a toda la comunidad que nos ayuden a seguir difundiendo la foto de mi hija Elizabeth Elena para que pueda ser encontrada. Y le doy muchas gracias a aquellas personas que incrementaron la suma para la recompensa. Muchas gracias, estoy muy agradecida. Les agradezco de corazón todo lo que están haciendo por nosotros, para que esta recompensa sea dada a las personas que si han visto algo o saben algo, por favor, declárenlo, infórmenlo a la policía. No importa si ustedes están legales en este país, no se va a ver su estatus. Por favor, ayúdennos. La recompensa se incrementó a $50,000 y es para ustedes si llegan a ver algo. Les agradezco todo lo que están haciendo por mi hija Elizabeth Elena, a todas las personalidades, a todos los medios de comunicación. También agradezco a Elizabeth Smart y a su papá, a su mamá, que se han preocupado también, que están aquí para difundir también la noticia de mi hija. Y yo sé que ellos vivieron en carne propia también este sufrimiento. Yo sé que ellos saben el dolor que nosotros estamos pasando, y especialmente Elizabeth Smart, que lo vivió en carne propia. Ayúdenos, por favor, se lo suplicamos, todo esto, en el nombre de Jesucristo, nuestro único Salvador. Amén.
We want to thank Real Salt Lake for providing us with this venue to meet. At this point, are there any questions that we can answer?
And will you invite the members of the church?
Yeah, would you? Sure. Are there any questions that we can answer?
Yeah, what's the latest on the search warrant? I guess that would be.
I know I was with the Provo Police 2 days ago, and we talked with them, and I know that they've done a lot of work, and but at present there are just no substantial leads to follow up to lead to finding. So it's difficult. That's why this press conference is so important, because we really believe that somebody out there has seen something, that knows something, and we need them to come forward so we can, help these families move forward.
Are there rewards being offered in all three cases, or I know there's one that was that's been
For Mason also.
can you guys say how much?
Currently, there's a $1,000 reward for any information for Mason Smith. I have that information on this flash drive for more details.
And ours, I believe the Coletti family has $1,000.
We have an award right now for $1,000, and that we can give you our Facebook and our website for that as well.
I'd personally like to thank Ed Smart for giving us this opportunity, because without him, I'm not too sure what else we could do with, and this is very helpful, and appreciate that, Ed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
At the moment, there's no reliable leads on any of these three cases.
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we hope that everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we hope that somebody will come forward and help. Thank you.
Thank you again.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
So thank you for the